was beyond my understanding, and therefore more meaningful than it was. He finished in about 10 minutes. As he got off me, I assumed he was leaving for the bathroom, so I'd begun turning over when he struck me with his belt. My body spasmed in delight. Here, at least, at last, was a little more excitement, even if there was still no creativity in his lust. The pain made me laugh, but I hid it with a howl. "No, no, please," I begged, rolling my eyes at myself. I could act more convincingly than this, but he wouldn't want me to. Part of my charm was my innocence. I needed to seem out of my depth, ineptly play-acting at being a seasoned sexual plaything. He needed me to be a bad actor, so he could see through to the lost boy behind the performance. Of course, the lost boy was the performance, and the bad acting was excellent acting. His metal buckle bit into my flesh with an eroticism his body could never have communicated. With each hit, a hunger in my muscles was being satisfied. And soon, my trembling was not an act. I was aroused. My senses began to mix. A blue, the colour of a kingfisher's back, blurred the edges of my vision, and in my gums I tasted the squeezed juice of a lime. He whipped me 20 or so times, until my pleading reached a satisfactory intensity, and he threw aside the belt and left. As soon as he was in the bathroom, I sat up, rubbing my eyes so it would look like I'd been crying. Outside, October was white. I walked to the balcony and slid open its door. Yesterday, I'd posed as an undergraduate for a Karma client and quoted Nietzsche's desire for music to be as cheerful and profound as an October afternoon. That had meant little then, but following this violence, perhaps it could mean more to me. Nietzsche's philosophy had, after all, come out of chronic illness, and so maybe mine could, too. I'd call for a different music, though, since my illness was dominated by pain. A constant, meaningless, incurable pain at the core of my muscles that weakened me into a fog without memories or focus. A pain that confined me to a parallel word, the world of the sick, where being whipped until my blood spilled out seemed like pleasure, or even like music. So perhaps this October afternoon was cheerful and profound, though now its music was the sound of a man washing off his semen in a hotel shower, transitioning from delight to shame at how it got there. The sky had a clarity that I could almost forget my body in, to be purely mind, racing into a new weather. But I had to put on my clothes before he returned and resume the posture of a wounded adolescent to maximize his regret and so increase my price. With my phone, I photographed the credit cards and driving license in his wallet. He should have kicked me out before he showered, but his embarrassment had made him careless. When he did return, he paid me £1,500 in £50 notes. My posture combined fear with gratitude. He couldn't look me in the eye. I left him slumped on a chair in a towel, drained of his pedestrian ecstasy, shocked by himself and what he imagined I'd suffered. The door closed slowly as I left along the corridor. By the time I'd got to the lift, I'd forgotten his face. Chapter 2.
Life is about to happen to us, baby boy. Ring me, cunt. This is your mother, BTW. Love you.
These texts were from an unknown number, which I saved in my contacts as Dawn Mother Errant, before ringing back.
You fucking done yet? She shouted. I told you he was easy. He was easy, weren't he? I'm coming where you are. Wait, where the fuck are you again? You're at the where?